Wow, looks beautiful. What are you cooking, Mom?
The upma with the wheat rava.
Wheat rava. So this is the wheat rava. Can you explain a little more about this wheat rava? What is wheat? What is rava? What is?
Rava is in a smaller.
So it's wheat germ, or it's is it like polenta or semolina?
Semolina.
But it's semolina with the wheat germ, right?
No germ.
Okay.
It's a wheat ground into finer.
Okay. All right.
And you can make anything out of it. You can just cook it and have it with regular curry or food instead of rice.
Okay.
And it can be added as kanji. Just cook it in milk.
Okay.
These are
what is kanji?
Kanji is just cook it
Porridge.
soft
Porridge. Okay.
Yeah, or this is powder finer. I have a larger form which is called as lapsi.
Okay.
Diabetes people, they are asked to take more.
So this has a very low glycemic index. It'll break down slowly in your digestive system.
So the wheat is good. So the same thing is used. This can be made into even shira or kesari, you call it, with sugar.
Okay.
You can do different things out of all these things.
So it's essentially a very simply processed wheat product.
Yeah, this is a finer one. The
Okay,
larger ones are more like a if you want.
That's actually hulled wheat, just broken hulled
Yeah.
wheat. Whereas this is a little more refined, but it still is compared to your white flour, which is just the starchy.
Yes.
It's just the cotyledon.
Yeah.
Right? It's just the starchy
this
material.
is a bigger.
Oh, so this is the larger husked wheat, right?
Yeah, and you get little more larger also.
Okay.
You cook it in the form of rice,
Okay.
Is called.
That's called
Okay, so
lapsi.
that is this can be a substitute for rice, and it's got more fiber in it, right, and more protein.
I don't know also about gluten free. I don't know.
No, it all has gluten. Wheat has lots of gluten. Gluten's a protein. It's wheat protein.
Yes.
Welcome to Cooking with Mom, back in India, episode 3. So right now Mom is making a very simple but extremely tasty and nourishing breakfast or tiffin item, which is your whole wheat upma. And the whole wheat upma is made using this, which is the what did you say this flour is called? This is the whole wheat flour, right?
No, it's a broken wheat.
Broken wheat.
Into finer.
These are the vegetables we're going to add.
Sizes they are made into, broken into. Some bigger one is called lapsi.
Mm-hmm.
These are finer one. That's wheat rava.
Okay. So you can find rava in any Indian store in the
Rava
US.
is semolina.
It's semolina. But then, what's the difference between suji and rava?
Suji is rava.
Somewhere you mentioned
okay.
about glycemic index.
Yeah.
Diabetics patients are advised to have lapsi rice instead of regular rice because of the glycemic index and the slower absorption of the
basically a slower release of insulin. Honestly, it's a slower release of sugar into the bloodstream, which causes a slower upsurge of insulin in the blood. So, what have you added so far, Mom?
So, regular rava or South Indian or Indian mustard seeds, urud, broken white urud dal, and chana dal, salt, and one red
chili.
Yeah.
And now you're going to add the onions.
Onions first.
Okay.
I'll,
you let it cook for a little bit. Okay.
Onions and the green chilies I will add.
Okay.
I'll later add the other.
Wow, it smells so good. The onions over here There's something different about it. As soon as it gets into the oil, you get the smell of the onion. It's almost like how you would. Oh, so you add the curry leaves, okay?
Yeah. And I have ginger.
Oh, ginger. So you add the aromatics a little after. So you add it after you add the onions. Okay. Does the order matter?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
One by one, there's no water added to it. There's no water content except
It's just
from
the oil. Did you add sesame oil? I didn't ask.
Yeah, sesame.
So it's gingerly oil again.
Usually we make upma with sesame oil.
Okay.
But doesn't matter even if you add something else. Canola or whatever.
Okay.
Refined oil.
Okay.
Doesn't matter, but definitely
So I think the biggest difference with the onions that you get here versus the onions you get in the US is the water content. I think the water content with the onions over here is so much lower, so it requires less cooking. As soon as you put it in the oil, the heated oil, you start to smell the fragrance of the onions cooking. Compared to over there, you need to cook and cook and cook, and the onions lose their crunchiness because of the amount it has to cook. So that's something that is inevitable. Unless you import your onions from Europe or India, you have to deal with it.
No, I think it's just the flavor. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, the flavor. So these red onions almost taste like shallots. They aren't as pungent as shallots, but almost. Look at how beautifully red those orange.
The carrots here, I don't know. I love the carrots here.
They're sweet, right?
Definitely the same, the color of it.
So I think what it is it's a quality over quantity issue. Over here, look at how tiny that tomato is. The tomato is half the size.
No, this is not the regular tomato. This is called, in Tamil they call it Naatatakali.
Which means
it has more water.
Okay.
And this tomatoes are more juicy. And this is the one I use for rasam and sambar.
But why is that? Does it taste better, or it's got more flavor? More water.
Yeah, it's not the
it's
salad.
Not as much fiber.
Yeah, and the other one which we get is the other type is
Roma.
Roma.
But Roma is imported, right? Or it's
grown here. Nothing is imported.
Okay, but Roma is
a type of tomato.
Yeah.
And that one has got more for salad.
Okay.
I prefer it for salad. But for rasam, chana, anything you make, this tomato is more juicy and slight tang also.
So did you hear that? It's quality over quantity. In the US, with breeding and genetically engineering, well, let's not get into genetic engineering right now because there's this whole concept of GMOs being bad and this and that. Let's not get into that. But just generally speaking, they've gone in for quantity over quality. Whereas in Europe and India and the Middle East and Africa, it's the traditional way of doing things, which is quality over quantity. So your tomatoes are going to be smaller, your onions are going to be smaller, but guess what? That also retains more flavor, reduces the water content, reduces the amount of fibrous tissue that's present in there. It's the way the vegetables are intended to be, it's closer to the way they were compared to with breeding to increase quantity, to increase volume. We have sacrificed the taste. We'll be right back. So wait, what are we going to do with this
I'm just like instead of see in semolina we roast it before and keep it aside.
Oh, so this is not semolina. This is
Wheat semolina, you can call it.
Okay. Semolina is the white one.
Yeah.
Where they've taken out all the stuff. Okay.
We call it Rava, suji. This is wheat ka suji. So now I'll add water to it.
You just have to fill water to it so that it fills up, or
No, I measure it.
so you're adding 2 cups of water.
I added 1.5 cup of
1.5.
Of Rava suji and wheat suji. I'm adding less than 2.5 maybe for everything to cook.
Okay. But then essentially, I think rule of thumb is you have to fill it up, right? To cover it entirely. Okay. And then now this is going to cook for how long?
I simmer it, I cover it. It will
So
get
it's
done in
gonna be
another
low-
15-20 minutes.
So this is high flame?
No, it's lowest.
Lowest flame, okay. For 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll come back and check it out in 20 minutes.